Yuki and John's Patreon buffet.
Okay, welcome back to Yuki and John's podcast buffet.
Podcast buffet.
With
yes.
very special guest, Elizabeth
Liz.
Ann Schack.
Oh, my full name. Thank you.
Wait, do you have another name too? Like, you weren't confirmed, so you don't have a confirmation name, but do you have like a fourth name? Because I'm John Patrick Jacob Brennan.
Wow.
Because Jacob, I chose because you have to study a saint.
You have a two middle name?
It's a confirmation name. So when you get confirmed into the Catholic Church, you choose another name based on a saint.
Not me.
So boring. And
Well, Jacob I chose because I wanted to always be John.
So boring.
Well, no, I don't mean your name. Japan is boring because we don't have a middle name.
Really?
No, first name and last name. What do we need middle name?
Just Yuki Nakamura.
Yuki Michael Nakamura.
Oh, that's cute.
Yuki Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt Nakamura.
But that's too long.
No, I always wanted to be John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt
Really?
Brennan. Yeah. Which, when I have a son, his name is going to be John, and he's going to be John Jacob, but really, he's going to be John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt Brennan.
It's not going to be John the Third?
No, because my dad is John Robert. I'm John Patrick. My son's going to be John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt Brennan.
Oh.
So technically, he's not a junior, even
Right, he's
though
not a junior. We're
that's
just
really
John.
I
disappointing.
see.
Or he's going to be Bacon Cheeseburger Brennan. So we'll decide when the
Ooh.
time
I
comes.
like that better.
Yeah.
If your name, imagine you're a kid and your name is Bacon, everybody would love you. They could call you Shake and
Well,
Bake.
maybe they can make fun of him, no? Bacon.
Hell no! How do you make fun of bacon unless you're a vegetarian?
I'm telling you, John, if you have a son, his name should be Buck Brennan.
Buck Brennan's a pretty good fucking name. Buck. Nobody calls their kid Buck anymore. That
Better
was
than bat.
Butt. Butt Brennan.
Bat Brennan.
All right, so today we're talking about
Yes.
a topic that Yuki wanted to do. Yuki, you brought this up, and it's emotional support animals.
Right. I think it's crazy.
Oh man, don't disparage the people already. I mean, look, I'm gonna be on the side of defense.
Well, I don't mean just crazy for any animal. Like, snake or alligator. I think those are crazy.
All right, before we start calling people names, we're gonna set this up.
Yes.
We're gonna set this up like a debate class. Yuki's gonna debate against emotional support animals. Right. I'm gonna debate for emotional support animals, and Liz Schack is gonna be our indifferent party who's gonna say who won the debate.
Okay.
Unless you have strong opinions. She has strong opinions.
Kind of.
Oh. All right. So then we'll do this way. It's me versus the two of you like usual. And I'm going to destroy the both of you motherfuckers.
So you're for emotional support animals.
Sometimes.
Okay, I feel the same. It's sometimes, but
I think there is an extreme subculture of emotional support animals, and they're using it in a really disruptive way.
That's something to do with nationality too. Japanese or Chinese, Korean, those Asian thinking. Because we don't even have a therapist or a psychiatrist.
You don't?
No.
Japanese doesn't. What do you do to change your mind, fix your mind?
See, that's the thing. We don't have that culture. Nobody fix your mind. There is no such a thing. Somebody fixing my mind.
Well, so then what is mental illness like in Japan? Is it just like...
Well, you go mental hospital, but...
Okay, so there are mental institutions over there.
Right.
Okay. It's not just like...
Yeah, I mean, it's more like a doctor-patient thing. It's what kind of job is being therapist? What do they know about me,
You know, I just found out why they call therapists shrinks. Because back in the day, a head shrinker, you would shrink somebody's head, the head of your enemies.
Uh-huh.
And somehow it relates to a head shrinker. They used to call
oh my god,
therapists head shrinkers, and then it just got reduced to shrink in like the 60s.
I love that.
Yeah, shrink. I never knew. I always was like, shrink. What the fuck is a shrink? But it's based on head shrinker.
Whoa.
Yeah. Okay, so all right. Mental illness in and okay, hold on. Let's go even back further because
Yeah.
I don't think that everybody who has an emotional support animal is mentally ill. Let's get that out of the way.
No, I think if somebody needs an animal to be, emotional, I think that's sick. They don't need the animal. They need a doctor.
But what? This is really touchy, but what if that's the solution to their problems? Is that they have this animal that they can
Okay,
rely on?
what the alligator can do for you? Then?
All right, so you're talking about extreme cases where, like, an alligator is your emotional support animal. That's insane.
Well, yeah, or even a dog or a dolphin or
Who has an emotional support dolphin?
I don't know. I think like I had dolphin is good for autism kid.
Oh,
Really?
yeah, no, it's true.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Dolphins help with autism?
I guess so, yeah. I read that too.
That's crazy.
I know.
See, I think that that's interesting. That's something to be thought about. What if that is the way, like, dolphins are, like, able to help people with these afflictions or ailments or whatever they have, and that's just the way the science would work. Like, that's the science fact, is that dolphins help autism. That's amazing.
Right.
You don't think that's amazing? You think that's...
No, if I think about the dolphin, it's a dolphin. It's a mammal, but can swim, and then just some dolphin act.
You never tried to talk to a dolphin?
No. No.
You know that there was that guy who fucked the dolphin?
Or flipper.
No, Flipper. What are you, Flipper? You talk about Flipper. Flipper didn't have sex with no people.
No, a woman had sex with a dolphin.
Yeah.
And then the dolphin committed suicide when they stopped having sex.
You're kidding me.
No, it drowned itself.
So that was the dolphin's emotional support human.
Yeah.
See?
It was heartbroken.
It works.
There's a documentary about it.
Well, but not just the dolphin, like maybe like a penguin or those mass suicide thing, right? Not just the dolphin.
Wait, dolphin...
Or
penguins commit mass suicide?
Yeah, like otters or some of those mammals.
I never heard of this.
They do
Wow.
mass, community suicide. They do. I don't know why, but
Whoa.
Maybe the penguins need some emotional support. What the hell's going on?
Yeah.
well, but again, national. I can't speak for my whole nation, but like for example, maybe something to do with religion, because let's say in this country, abortion is a big thing, right?
Yeah.
In Japan, it's not a big thing. But I have a baby. We don't need it. Get rid of it. Boom.
Ooh.
Nobody cares. I mean, unless
Megu.
it's less than 4 months.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, you can have abortion more than 4 months. But before 4 months, it's not even human. It's a thing. So you get rid of it, then nobody feel bad. It's a thing.
Right.
Who cares? So then, no emotional problem. Like,
So, in Japan, there's nobody, like, bringing little dogs on the subway and stuff? And
No, nobody.
No?
No,
You
you're
just
not
leave your
supposed
animals
to.
at home?
Yeah, you're not supposed to bring animal in the public transportation.
See, this is where I wanted to go. So, I think there are some people, and I'm not saying all people, who just certify their animals as emotional support animals because they
No.
feel like it.
Yes, I agree with that.
Because they don't want someone watching the dog. They want to have the dog with them 24/7 or whatever animal. And in a way, I've seen people be really rude to employees at restaurants and in shops and stuff
Right.
because they're like, sorry, you can't bring a dog in here. And the person is really rude to them. And I don't like that.
Yeah, before that, my country, if you need support to go out, people don't go out.
Yeah.
That's why here, lots of handicap system, right?
Yeah.
Like a bus has a thing, like a wheelchair ramp, and then Japan doesn't have as much as here. It's still behind. So if you are handicapped, if you need support, somebody help or animal or wheelchair or compared to 30 years ago, more people start going out, but still, if you have a problem, people don't go out.
Yeah, and I've seen animals, and not just dogs, like other like emotional support animals that I feel like are in situations that could be taken as abusive to animals. I really don't like seeing dogs on planes. It really makes me sad.
Most animals don't want to be wherever you bring them.
Exactly. And like in like cute like baby Bjorns or backpacks, I really like they look so upset.
But see, I don't mind like a blind dog thing.
No, exactly. I was gonna bring that up too.
Yeah, because that's not the emotional thing. It's more like a guide, right?
Yes, it's a guide.
I mean, you blind people need that
They
guide.
need the dog to guide them. Yeah.
Right. But the emotional support animal is different from those dogs because alligator doesn't do that.
So that's the craziest one you've seen, an emotional support alligator,
Alligator and then snake and then.
an emotional support snake. There
So
was
if they
a
get
woman.
eaten, I'm not sorry for it. See, I told
The
you.
snake, the snake that has
Yeah.
no reciprocating feelings. Like a crocodile, an alligator is not reciprocating your feelings. Maybe a dog is, or a cat, or whatever.
Right.
But most of these animals, you feed them, they'll stay near you, but they don't give a fuck about you.
Why?
They'll turn on you in a second. If you were small, if you were like 5 inches tall, your cat would fuck you up. It wouldn't even care.
Right.
That like if you shrank, it would fuck you up.
Right? That's
Oh, yeah.
animal.
Yeah, they don't give a
so-
fuck.
And like, why can't you just wait until you get home to have your emotional support animal? I mean, that's how I feel with like my TV. Like when I come home from work, I'm practically humping it because I
But
need
I
it.
want
Hey, don't reveal our kinky secrets. This is about animals.
Why alligator? What does alligator do to you? How he's? I was watching this internet thing, This,
I saw it.
Yeah, right?
When he goes to the mall.
Yeah, this guy.
Alligator went to the mall?
Oh, yeah, because that's his emotional support.
He keeps it on a
animal.
leash.
But that's
You know what it
stupid.
is, Yuki? And again, I'm not saying this about everyone, but also people like the attention. That guy loves the attention.
I agree with that, and I think
and
that that's it's the attention, but I also okay. I'm supposed to be defending emotional support animals, and I do in a way, but when people start to treat the animals better than the people that are in public,
That's
fucking totally fucked up.
Exactly, and that's why I really, because, we've all been employees before for certain situations, so it's not our decision, it's the corporation that we're working for. If I'm saying, I'm sorry, you can't bring your dog in this restaurant where people are eating, and you're rude to me about it because you have a card that says you can.
And I'm not saying, abuse animals, I'm not saying, but like, for instance, this one time, I think you were there with me, Liz, we were at a bar, and there was just we were in a backyard that was sort of small, and there was this dog that was just going up to people, and it was like growling and mean, and it was like, it went near my balls, like my actual testicles, Yuki.
Oh my God.
And the people were like, oh, what the fuck is that all about? Like, your dog is actually unfriendly, and you're just sitting there laughing? That's not fucking cool.
Yeah, no, I'm not a fan
But
of
he
that.
bites you, then you can sue.
I wish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wish. I never. My emotional support animal is Liz Schack. So
Aw.
that's why I wanted.
Sweet.
That's why I want to
That's
defend it.
sweet.
She's my emotional support.
But I'm a human.
I have seen rat.
Emotional support rat.
Yeah.
I've seen that too. I saw one time a guy feeding a rat in his pocket at a fast food place.
Willard.
Yeah, it was Willard.
Yeah, I think you get disease, right?
Oh
I
my
mean,
God. You know what I'm for, though? They have hospice animals, which are like dogs or cats that like are there for people going through hospice. Like
that's
dying. Yeah.
You bring a puppy in, and the people who are dying are like, all of a sudden it adds a year to their lives because they sniff this puppy and pet it and they have fun.
But
beautiful.
I don't need to see a Broadway show with your fucking dog like panting next to me. I'm sorry. I paid freaking $200 for a ticket.
Yeah.
I didn't want to sit next to a
Like,
dog.
master of the house.
Yeah, no, seriously, people do that now. It's crazy. Or the
that's
movie
a little...
theater in general. If I pay $30 for my movie tickets, I
Right.
don't want your fucking dog near me.
Right.
I agree with that. There was
And
a
I love
woman
dogs.
who she was tangentially related to trauma. She had an emotional support peacock, and I thought it was a peacock. And I thought when she's a performance artist, and I thought it was like a bit. She got in the newspapers because she tried to get her peacock on a flight. And I thought I swear you would think the picture of like her with the peacock and all that, and the article supporting it, that she did it as a joke. But I spoke to her,
Yeah.
and she said, no, I really wanted to get my peacock on that flight because I needed it to fly.
Bullshit. How?
Then don't fly. Then don't fly.
I don't know. I couldn't really unwrap it at that point. I was like, oh. But I like the peacock was amazing though. I never saw a peacock in person that close unless you were in a park or some shit. That thing, I have a picture with it.
Right.
It was amazing. It was the most beautiful bird I've ever seen. Beautiful.
But still, you wanna take a peacock with you, whatever you go. I mean,
It's gonna shit everywhere.
yeah, it's so stupid. I mean, I don't know what.
Again, attention. That person was peacocking
Yeah.
using a peacock.
Have you ever spoken to animals?
No.
You don't talk
Yes,
to
you
animals?
have. I saw you with that dog that
Well,
had
I
the
mean, I
human face.
talk, but you know, the animal doesn't talk back to me. I'm just one direction.
It says no. They communicate. If you learn dog, they know. They speak. They have words. They smile at you.
Well, but thing is, you know, you don't need the word that the animal knows. You know, hey, this is a nice person, or I don't like this person. Or,
They already know, right? Instinctually, they
right,
they
you don't need it before. You know, if a dog doesn't like you, they don't let pet him, right?
Right. That's why I'm pretty sure I'm a good person, because most dogs are like smiling at me and wanted me to touch them.
And I love animals, don't get me wrong. And I care about mental health. You know, actually, when John and I go to the East River to take our walks, there's an old lady in a wheelchair we see sometimes. I don't know if you ever noticed her. We never talked about it. And she's there with a nurse, and she's holding a stuffed animal cat.
Oh no, I don't know if I've seen that.
Every time, it's a white stuffed animal cat. And she's just looking at the river, chatting, having a good time. That I get. It's not a breathing thing. You know what I mean? Take a stuffed animal, a teddy bear, if you have to. I know it's also a little weird, but I just feel bad because it's another living creature. You know, I don't...
Yeah, there should be like a way to get an animal on a flight without putting it in your lap. Do they still put them under the plane and shit?
I think they do, but a French bulldog died not too long ago because it suffocated.
They should have it be like dog daycare in the bottom of the plane, in the basement of the plane. Are there basements in planes? There should be a basement in the plane where it's just dogs running around, and the bowls, like, because of the turbulence, the water bowls are like fucking all over the floor, and they're just slipping and sliding, having a good time.
Oh my God.
That would be amazing. Dog basement daycare in a plane.
I don't know what it's like traveling with an animal. I've never done it. I don't ever want to.
I saw this. I sat next to a woman once who had a cat. The thing looked dead. She tranquilized that shit. Like, not even... The thing didn't move for 4 hours. It was from L.A. back to New York.
Right.
The thing was drugged,
Oy.
for sure. And I mean, I'm guess maybe the vet gave her the drugs, or maybe she just was like, "Here, have some NyQuil, motherfucker."
Oh my
but
God.
that I was pretty sad about that, because the thing looked dead.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just can't you get the human friend, human support? I mean, I don't know.
I know.
So that's, you know, that's okay. If you think you're not get those animals help you, you are sick. That's what you don't need the support. You need a doctor. You need to go hospital. That's what I think.
Is there a hierarchy of emotional support animals? I mean, dogs are number one, right?
Well, dogs are
Dogs
number
are
one.
number one.
Cats are number two. But then when you start going to other, even hamsters or anything, I think you're pushing it, and I think you're doing it for attention. The alligator thing, had to be attention.
Yeah, I'm not buying it.
No, it's weird.
That's dangerous. I mean, look, say
Yeah.
a kid walks over and he gets snapped at.
Just people should watch Grizzly Man, see what happens there.
Oh, remember
Yeah,
that?
he got killed,
Yeah,
right?
Chocolate Bear. You can't
Spirit
fucking
stole
do
his
it.
hat. Remember, he's like, Spirit!
Yeah.
He fucking called it Spirit. It was...
Even just the Doberman, how many news we seen it, Doberman mauled baby.
Yeah, no, sometimes...
Doberman? What is this, the 80s? People haven't talked about Doberman since 1989. I think you're thinking of Rottweilers or the
Pit
other
bulls.
one. Pit bulls.
Pit
Well,
bulls.
a
Yeah.
pit bull...
Okay.
Dobermans were the villains in all the 80s movies. Anytime you, like, break into a place, there would be a Doberman, like...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well...
No, you're right.
dog.
Dobermans frighten me. Because they are, like...
I told you I had a neighbor who had a Doberman named Chief, and he was really scary.
Chief.
Yeah, God.
Chief.
Chief was really scary.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
my God. What's wrong with people?
Well, no, but also getting back to your point, there was a girl recently who was taking her two pit bulls, and I don't want to give pit bulls a bad rep because I know they suffer and whatever, but these two pit bulls ate her.
Ate a woman?
Yeah, the owner who was walking
See,
them.
that's what happened.
What did she do? She must have done something.
I don't think so. Some of them are like kind of off.
So one day they were just like, wait, that's
I think
thigh
one
meat.
of them probably bit it. They smelled the blood, and then they all got hungry and just
They were like, let's go. Let's eat.
yeah.
See,
If I were a pit bull, I'd be
Hungry?
vicious. Yeah, I'd be a hungry, vicious dog.
That's what I'm talking. It's after all, it's an animal.
It's an animal, exactly. I agree with
Do
you.
you think
Keanu.
you guys were animals in past lives?
I
Were you
hope
ever
not.
like, a leopard or something?
I was a seahorse.
Seahorse,
How do
seahell?
you know?
No, I don't know.
I wouldn't want to be an animal under the water. I don't want to be under the water. I want to be like a jaguar or a pelican or something. I don't want to be underwater. Because if you're an animal that's on the land, you could also enjoy the water, but you don't have to be under there all the time. If you're an animal under the sea, you can't come out onto the land most of the time.
Well, some people think they want to be a clam.
Clam?
Yeah.
Why a clam?
Because it's under the wall, you alone live. It's all, you don't see the problem, you don't hear the problem.
I kind of like that.
So a
Nice
clam digs
kind-
into the sand under the sea.
Right, nice kind of calm, quiet life.
Yeah, but then Yuki Nakamura comes around, putting his feet in the sand, picks them up, boils them, eats them.
No, but Yuki's right. I'm as happy as a clam.
Exactly. See, that's the
saying.
word.
But are clams
That's the
happy?
saying. Yeah,
I'm so happy when I eat clams. I love
Then
clams.
you,
But
that's
clams
the
are just
saying,
like
right?
nebulous blob-like pieces
Happy
of
like a
shit.
clam. That's the saying.
Do clams have eyes?
Yeah,
Do they have mouths?
I think so.
So they
The-
can
the-
eat. At
yeah.
least they can eat. I mean, I
Well,
thought
those eat the bacteria from the ocean water.
bacteria. I don't know. Emotional support clams. You think there's any clams out there? that
I'd
somebody-
love that, actually. That'd be
Right?
cute.
Sounds so calm and peaceful.
Yeah. Well, you know what's a good emotional support animal in a movie that makes me laugh is What About Bob with Bill Murray?
Yeah.
Remember the
Oh.
goldfish and he keeps it in the jar?
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah.
he's psychotic and nuts.
Right.
Gil.
Baby step.
Yeah, baby,
steps to the
I
door.
always say that.
animal. Wait, is there any emotional support animals in movies? Is there like an emotional? We should make emotional support animal the movie.
Ooh.
And
Short film. That's a good subject.
No, it's true.
You may win Academy. They like that.
they
Yeah.
like that.
Oh yeah. You know
Animal?
they like those emotional some mental thing.
Yeah, they do.
And then Holocaust, handicap, senior citizen. Those are always subject to win the Academy.
That's
All right,
true.
I think we could do it. So we'll have an emotional support Holocaust.
Yeah.
That's horrible. So there you go. It's a horror movie where like somebody goes around killing everybody's emotional support animals. If you want, that's worse than Cannibal Holocaust in my
Whoa.
opinion.
Yeah.
Emotional support animal Holocaust. Holy shit. That's fucked up, Yuki.
But it win.
But it'll win.
Yeah, we'll win. That's right.
Academy likes that kind of subject.
You think that dogs,
Yeah.
if we didn't take them in as our best friend, humans, you think they would still have like a great time just running around the city eating garbage and shit? I think they would.
I think most of the breeds wouldn't even exist.
Really?
French bulldogs we created. I think we kept bulldogs in general alive. I think they would have been extinct long ago.
So French bulldogs and stuff are like our Frankensteinian
Exactly.
creation.
Yeah, we
Oh,
created
shit.
those.
It's alive.
Yes,
It's alive.
yes, we were
And it
playing
just goes-
God yet again.
Liz Schack loves French bulldogs.
I like anything in the bulldog family. In fact, one of my new job right now includes me walking a pug named Chipper.
But see, okay, look, you walk a dog and you sound so happy that you saw it. That's good for your emotional support.
It isn't, because I haven't cleaned up dog shit in a long time, and that put me in a real bad mood that day.
How do you do it? So when I had a dog, I used to, at the beginning, I would take the plastic bag and pick it up with my hand.
That's what you
and
have
then
to do.
Yeah.
That's
No.
what I did.
I not invented, but there's pooper scoopers, right? But what I did was I made a hole with a plastic bag and I tied it on, and then I would just put the bag underneath his asshole, and the shit would just drop into the bag.
That's hilarious.
It was amazing. I would have a stick. I would put a plastic bag on the end of the stick, almost like, you know how the bums have the
Yeah,
thing,
yeah, yeah.
except there was a hole at the top, and I would put it under my dog's asshole, and he would just shit straight
It's
into
not
the
a
bag.
bad idea.
So
I didn't have to touch shit ever.
So when they're ready to do,
Yeah, he's ready. I just go underneath with the stick and then
Oh.
drop in there, and then I just have it in my hand, and then when I get to the garbage, I just tie it off and drop it.
Did you make that?
It was like, I think it was a pooper scooper that I like rejiggered to be like a pooper catcher.
So did you modify it?
I just, all I did, because it came with like a thing that's like a grabber kind of thing where you like scoop it up, but I just like put the bag in.
Oh,
Instead of scooping.
can you get the patent and you?
Yeah, let's do it. The pooper dropper.
Yeah, so
yeah.
you'll be millionaire.
Yeah, go on Shark Tank.
Yeah, you just put it underneath the dog's asshole, and it drops in.
Oh, So,
But if you miss, then you're fucked because you got to
Oh.
figure out how to get it off the
if
ground.
dog has a diarrhea, then doesn't work. Then
But the diarrhea worked.
Well, what?
It would go right into the bag, and it would just be a little
Oh.
heavier than usual.
I have to say this. I had like bigger dogs than a pug. Those small wet shits, having to pick those up with the plastic bag and you could feel the warmth is so unpleasant.
the
I'm
warmth.
sorry. It's the warmth because you get $500 fine if you leave shit. So I'm always really paranoid and there's cameras everywhere. So I like immediately want to pick
I'm
it
telling
up.
you, I'll invent.
and I
I'll
wanna
go
go
to the
home.
pet store with you, and we'll find the thing. I'll make you a pooper scooper. That way, you don't have to ever touch it again.
I feel like the owners of the dogs are going to think I'm a nerd if I come with
oh,
like...
when you squeeze, it's warm.
It's warm, yes, it's hot.
Yeah,
And it's also like, I wish I could like leave it so it could harden a little bit because it's so disgusting.
Now who's fucked up? The people who have the emotional support animals, or the ones who talk about the emotional support shit on the ground? I mean,
Hey.
we're fucked up too.
Yeah.
Hey, if you pay me, I'll do it. It's my new job.
One
Yes,
time, my
right.
dog ate rope by accident, and it took a few days for him to pass. Like, we took him to the doctor, and the doctor was like, "It'll pass." Like, not rope; it was more like twine, but it was a lot of it, and so it started coming out of his asshole, but it came out in a string. So, it took like a little bit because the dog was like trying to pass it, but at one point there was enough string that I took that poop scooper and I pressed it to the ground, and he walked forward, and the string came out of his ass.
that was wrong, huh?
It was long, and he was so happy. After it came out, he like started jumping up and down. He was like, "Yeah, yeah." He's like, "It's out." Yeah.
That's cute.
That's funny.
It was so fucked
That's
up.
really cute.
My dog, Bernie, he was crazy, but he was fun. I used to have fun with my dog, and I think
Yuki had a dog too.
it made me happier in some ways. Like, sometimes when I would come home and he would be so excited to see me, I'm like, "This is great." But then you don't have the dog at the door, and you come home, you're like, "Life is fucking bullshit, and it fucking sucks," and then you go and eat a lot of cheese.
Mm-hmm.
That's your emotional support cheese.
Cheese.
Yeah.
So what would be better? Hanging out and talking to a dog for emotional well-being, or eating a lot of food?
Friends is better.
Friends, not even food.
No.
Real life friends, people, humans.
People, yeah.
People are
But
fucking...
what talking to the food
horrible.
doesn't make
You don't
feel
talk to the
good.
food, you eat the food. And
Here's-
then you feel good about yourself because you're fat.
I love animals.
It makes you depressed, no? I mean, if you
Yeah.
need emotional support, I think the friend is better. Not
Friend.
the parents, not the brother, sister. It's friends.
But most people don't give a fuck about anybody. I mean, like, seriously, you have people around you and you just tell them your problems, they'll be like, oh, God, I have to listen to this
Well,
now.
that's why we don't have many, close friends. It's always, you have 1,000 friends, but only, close, good friend only this much.
Right.
I just think you should watch movies, and if you have a pet that lives at your house, it's like your roommate, enjoy it. But you don't need to bring it to a fucking, and on an
My
airplane. No.
emotional support movie was being always Rocky.
Rocky?
Yeah.
So you, when you're feeling like blue,
Down, yeah, Rocky.
Oh, I love that. That's a really good movie to love.
that is
Rip
a good.
Burt Young.
Yeah, Burt
Why?
Young,
I
not
mean,
too long ago.
those guys and no job, just poor guy, then rising and then fall in love, and then it's not about winning or losing it.
It's about just getting through.
Get
yeah.
through, yeah.
And
And the music.
Adrian works at a pet store.
That's right. See, and Turtle.
Gets-
She's kind of his emotional support.
With the turtle.
Yeah, he has the
Oh
turtles
yeah, the
at
turtle.
home.
He has a turtle, and he talks to it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then he
I
has
told
the
you.
dog.
He does
He
have the
does,
dog.
yeah.
Punchy.
Punchy.
Punchy. I thought his name was Bacchus.
Oh yeah, in
yeah,
the movie it's Bumpkus. I think in real life
Real
he called
life?
him Punchy.
Oh.
Maybe I might be wrong. He loved that dog. That was Sylvester Stallone's real dog.
Real dog, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So it's Sylvester Stallone, an emotional support animal.
Well, was it or was it just a normal pet?
We're gonna have to ask Stallone. We're gonna get
Yes,
Stallone.
Stallone.
Hey man,
We
what
have
do
to
you
get the Stallone as the guest. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I love Stallone. He's my emotional support too. I like that. You know,
Yeah.
put something on to feel good. You put on Rocky,
Rocky's a
Right.
really
Rocky's a
good, feel
yeah,
good.
makes you feel good.
and he got some
Dun,
good
dun, dun,
speeches,
dun, dun, yeah.
especially in 6 when he says, "It's not about how hard you can hit. It's about hard." Wait, hold on. It's not about how hard you can hit. It's about how. Fuck! It's not about how hard you can hit. It's about hard. Fuck!
Oh my god.
It's not about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
Exactly.
See, I stumbled on that word 3 times and then I finally moved forward and got it.
See,
Oh, my-
so that's a lot more emotional support than carrying alligator. Yeah, that's
Oh, it's-
Rocky is always my.
Nothing hits harder than life. He's right.
Well, the other day I came home, I was in a very sad mood. It's just things weren't going my way that day. And we put on Lost in America, Albert Brooks's
Oh.
movie. And Albert Brooks has become a medicine, defending your life. Those movies make me feel so not only good but seen, and felt like someone understands what I'm feeling, because he goes crazy,
Right.
and it's
both
exactly
do.
how I feel. Yeah,
They both in that movie go crazy.
I felt like that type of crazy that day, and it made me feel better, and then I was normal again.
I don't know. I still think that there's something to be said about pets lifting your spirits and
They do.
making you feel great.
Don't
and-
get me wrong, they do, but you don't need to take them everywhere.
Yeah, you don't need to take them to Spago.
They don't like it.
Right.
They don't like
No,
it.
they don't like it. Most dogs don't want to be on no leash. I saw a dog the other day. It was a small dog, and it was pulling so hard, it just wanted to go. And the fucking owner was taking it whatever direction it wanted to go. And I said, I felt bad for the dog. What if that dog got off the leash and found something that it really liked to do, like, I don't know, chasing squirrels or something? That's happiness for a dog, not I don't know, being dragged around to Tiffany.
But then going back to earlier conversation, because you can't, the animal should go, free. I don't like the idea, we keeping animal, we controlling animal, we put them in the cage. No, I don't like that.
But then again, some dogs are stupid, so they probably have a better time in an apartment or a house than being out on their own.
Well, no, they don't want to be out on their own. You make time to take them to the park. That's really nice. Walk them on the street every now and then. Beautiful. But they don't want to sit in a movie theater.
Right? See, we spoiling them. They can't have a human life.
Yeah, they can. You ever see a dog watch TV? They know it. They're like, whoa, that shit on TV was crazy. Did you see Mufasa fall off the bridge? It's crazy.
But they're not forced to do that. You know what I mean? They can leave the room, whatever. But they're forced, if you're sitting with them in Killers of the Flower Moon, 4-hour movie.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
What are you going to do?
Yeah.
What are they going to do?
Yuki to see Killers of the Flower Moon. You're going to take a pug? That's crazy.
I know, right?
Take a pug.
And then what about... I mean, this is off topic, but we went to see The Exorcist because we did that episode on The Exorcist, but it was before I actually saw The Exorcist for the last time ever in the theater. Somebody brought a kid to fucking Exorcist. Like, I'm not even joking, a kid, like 4 years old, and Ben Mankiewicz from TCM is giving the intro, and when he's saying in the 70s they made it a rule that you couldn't bring children under a specific age, which was probably anyway for R-rated, but if the parents accompany them, they're allowed. These motherfuckers brought a 4-year-old, and the kid, while Ben Mankiewicz is saying that, is screaming, "Ah!"
Well, going back to, again, nationality thing. In Japan, there's, I don't know now, but, when I was growing up, there was no rating. So people bring 4 years, 3 years old to, Exorcist is fine. Like, who cares?
What the fuck is wrong with you if you bring a child to the Exorcist?
Because it's a movie, see?
It's the devil. The devil is in that movie, and I'm sorry. I need an emotional support chipmunk to take me to if I'm ever going to watch The Exorcist again.
Well, we don't think so serious. It's a movie, like a Dirty Harry killing, Rambo killing people. Watch that. Hey, then I don't have to kill anybody. They're doing it for me.
They're doing it for you.
So, that's, I think maybe we and the foreign, Western people have a different mentality, I think.
Was Harvey, James Stewart, was he emotional support animal or was he just spirit?
Oh,
he was
interesting.
The Palooka.
The big bunny.
The puka, whatever it's called.
The
big bunny.
Big bunny, yeah. I think that Japanese never make that kind of movies because that's a very Western thing, because I think it's a mental thing.
But no, at the end, well, not to spoil a 75-year-old movie, but at the end of Harvey, it's kind of proven that Harvey was real because the other guy takes Harvey over and Jimmy Stewart leaves. He leaves Harvey with the older guy.
Well, it's a judgment call. It's a thing, It's a real or that's the movie.
So you think it wasn't real?
No,
I think the guy.
It's a mind.
Yeah, I think he gave Harvey to the guy because the guy needed a Harvey.
So the other guy has a kind of same mentality thing.
And then he's got to work through it and then give Harvey away again.
Yeah.
You pass
That's
him.
interesting. That's interesting.
But yeah, I guess Harvey could be considered an emotional support animal.
Yeah, because he helps, whether or not he's real, he helps Jimmy Stewart through some stuff.
That's why I like a movie, You 10 people see it, same movie, 10 different interpretations.
Yeah,
so.
me too.
All right, before we go, what are some of the best animal movies just around? Like, just pure animal movies, like Turner and Hooch.
Oh.
I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying that's an animal movie.
Well, it's not the movie, but, it's always Rin Tin Tin, Lassie, Flipper.
Those are the best?
Yeah, those are good. And then if it's a movie, maybe Benji. But
Benji, I remember Benji. I think Homeward Bound is a pretty good movie. With the dogs and the cats get lost, and then they make their way home, and then at the end they get it home.
I see.
What about Mr. Ed?
I love Mr. Ed.
Mr. Ed, yeah.
But I heard they stuck a carrot up Mr. Ed's butt to make him talk. That's not emotional. That's emotional abuse.
Oh, wait. Didn't they do something weird in that weird Bobcat Goldthwait, John Candy horse movie?
I don't remember how they got the horse to do that, but yeah, there was something else.
One movie.
It's called Hot to Trot.
Hot to Trot.
Oh, no, I never seen that. No.
Bobcat Goldthwait, John Candy is the voice of the horse. Dabney Coleman's in it.
Right.
One of my favorites. And Bobcat Goldthwait talks to a talking horse, but the talking horse is really good at the stock market.
Huh.
No, really.
Animal movies make me emotional sometimes. I don't know. They have to be comedies. So I like Like in Green Acres, the pig named Arthur. I really loved that.
Oh, yeah,
pig.
Babe. That's a good
Babe's
one.
a good one.
Oh, baby
White
pig.
Dog.
Oh,
Pig.
White Dog.
White dog. Oh, Samuel Fuller.
Samuel Fuller, yeah.
That's a great one.
Yeah, that's a great
we
one.
talked about that movie.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Bedtime for Bonzo with Reagan.
Ooh, Bedtime. Okay, yeah. Liz Schack showed me Bedtime for Bonzo, starring Ronald Reagan. That is one of the best fucking chimp movies ever made. I mean, it actually is one of the best animal performances of any animal ever.
Never seen that.
Oh, you should watch it. It's hilarious.
so good. It's so good. It's just a fucking chimp going nuts, and Ronald Reagan's like, "I want to be the president one day. I'm with a monkey," and it's like
He became president.
he became
No, the beginning, it's such an interesting opening. It's the monkey wants to commit suicide because they're testing on it. So it's like on a building and they're like telling it not to jump.
Yeah, don't jump. And then they take Ronald Reagan and his woman take it home and treat it like a human child to
Like a
see if it will
baby.
become more human. But the thing just goes nuts.
It's a great
It wears
movie.
pajamas. It's a great movie. It's a great movie. Yeah. Okay. So that's the number one recommendation for our emotional support episode is Bedtime for Bonzo, starring Ronald Reagan.
Wait, what's the one with Elizabeth Taylor when she was little? Is that Lassie Come
National
Home?
Velvet.
National Velvet, yes.
The
I want to
horse,
see
yeah.
that.
The horse, right,
with the
yeah.
horse.
Yeah. Seabiscuit was good. Black Stallion was good. Horse movies. That was good.
I don't want to see War Horse. That looks too sad.
Yeah, Warhorse. I couldn't.
You saw it?
Yeah.
Was it good?
Well, I mean, I liked it, and then it's originally at the Broadway show.
Yes, I remember it was on Broadway like a few years before the movie came out.
Right. Then
I know. Willard. We just
Oh,
watched
yes.
Willard, the original Willard,
original
with
Willard
Ernest
is better.
Borgnine.
Right, and then
Ben.
Ben is the
Ben
second
is
one, right?
Ben's the
The
second
Michael
one.
Jackson singing.
Yeah,
the
he
Ben,
did the
yeah.
singing. But the first one, where Borgnine is the villain,
Right,
and it's just he's like really good in it, and that he needed those rats
Right.
to get by, but then the rats had a mind of their own, and they tried to take over Willard's life, and
Right.
yeah,
That little makes me sad.
it's kind of a sad movie.
It's sad. He's also Willard is using the rats as emotional support rats.
That
he
was-
takes
yeah,
them
it's
everywhere.
Right, but the
and he's
rats are
unhealthy
using him as just a source of
because they're animals.
Yeah, they don't know.
Again, it's exactly so.
But there is that scene. What's the lead? Socrates. When they kill
Yeah.
Socrates, but Ben
Takes
and
revenge.
Willard can't do it. No, sorry, spoilers. But Willard can't do anything because he brought them to work, and he doesn't want his boss to find out that they're his rats. But Ben is just staring at Willard like, "You didn't do anything, you son of a bitch."
Yeah.
Oh,
it's so good.
fucking good
Those
movie.
animals, they're good.
I never
Oh,
saw the Crispin Glover one. Was that good? Did you see that one?
It's a remake, so because first one is better.
Okay.
But Crispin Glover as Willard might be awesome.
I want to watch that.
Yeah, all right, let's watch it because I really was surprised at how much I liked Willard.
I thought he was too creepy.
Oh,
Crispin Glover.
interesting.
Yeah,
Because the guy in the first one, he's another great actor, Bruce Robinson. I think?
Bruce Davison.
Bruce Davidson, that's it. He's a great actor, but in that movie, he was amazing. Like
You
so
feel bad
subtle.
for him.
Yeah, you
Right.
feel
So I mean,
bad.
he looks like a little, normal guy, but the Crispin Glover, it's already, creepy. So that,
It's the Jack Nicholson
gets a-
syndrome. Jack Nicholson
Yeah.
in The Shining, Stephen King said, was already nuts from the first time you see him. So
Yes.
there's no change.
No, exactly. And,
That
you
was
know,
the same thing.
Same
then,
thing.
Yeah.
Crispin Glover's just insane.
yeah, and you don't feel for him. Like, that's
Right. I
why
didn't feel for him.
that's why Willard makes you sad, kind of, because you
Yeah.
feel the guy is so messed up. His mother died. It's
Yeah.
really sad.
Right.
They're taking his money.
Yeah, but he has like the hot broad from his office like all over him, but he doesn't even do anything. He's like kind of an idiot. He should have been fucking emotional support for pussy. Anyway, that was emotional support animals. I still think that they're all right, but don't bring a crocodile on a flight.
Right. Or a shopping mall or a restaurant. No.
And I just want to reiterate, I'm all for mental health, and I love animals, and I love animals that are companions. But, I really hope people take a minute and think, because will the animal need an emotional support animal if they're traumatized from being an emotional support animal? No.
Jeez Louise, this has been a crazy roller coaster ride.
Yeah, because you know, if some other rest of the world is scaring this alligator, something wrong, you know.
And also just take the animal's emotional and mental health into consideration before you take it every fucking where.
Yeah.
Just think about that for a minute. I love animals.
And watch Willard and
we
Mr. Ed.
Mr. Ed.
Mr. Ed.
All right, that was the podcast buffet with Yuki Nakamura, John Brennan, and Ms. Liz Schack, our
Thank
special
you.
guest. And
a quick shout
oh my
out.
God.
Eric Butts and a guy named Chad. They're huge fans of the Patreon buffet.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Support it.
Thank you,
Yeah.
guys.
Thank you, guys.
Wow. All of our patrons are just like, because they keep helping us, and this is the only way that we can get together is because they help us.
That's right.
So then, Yuki comes over. He's able to pay for the metro.
Yeah, and they're really nice. There's a lot of people who get it and have amazing taste.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Well, from my emotional support animal, Liz Schack, to you, have a great day at the
Yes.
buffet.
Buffet. I want to do luau in Central Park.
Central Park Luau. Bring your. You're allowed to bring your animals.
Yeah,
to
you
that.
can bring your emotional
You can bring
support.
animal, but just no alligator though.
Yuki and John, Patreon buffet.